Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today's map grabbed me by the thumbnails, which isn't quite as painful as you'd imagine. Yes, the thumbnails for the map are pretty smart and very eye-catching and make you want to check out the map. This is why this show exists, so that when you subscribe to the map, you can already know that most of this map is water, but the bit that isn't water is quite interesting. The creator has a penchant for small maps. They cover this very clearly in the description. And so they've taken one of their favourite maps, Skagun by Rafa, which we reviewed in episode 332, got 14 stars and made it a bit smaller. Now this is...
It's my first map.
That's right. And you know what? They've been pretty creative. I'm pretty impressed with the quarter of the map that we actually have. Okay, ready to roll? Good. First of all, grab yourself your BonBonBingo card. Link is in the description. Check off the memes as you go. Everyone's a winner and nobody wins as well. And of course, to be a winner, truly, you need to do this. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Paracelso. I think might be Kelso, but I'm going Celso. Paracelso by urarakiroshi. Urarakiroshi? I apologise if I got any of that wrong. Start square looks good and strong and interesting. Excellent, if only it was the middle of the map. There's your terrain heights. Yeah, it's a coastal map based on a mix of, would you believe, Arizona and Australia. Then you've got, I can't do accents. There's your resources. Some ore. Access all that ore, lovely. And then if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, your fishing map looks like that. Not the most exciting, but then does it have to be? Not really. At this point it looks like an island map, doesn't it? It looks like it. Anyway, what do we need? It's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one, along with park life, apparently. I can't doubly confirm that one, but there might be some bits missing if you don't have park life. We'll be using the Sedona map theme, this Sedona LUT. Procedural objects are in operation as well. And then we've got a few things to subscribe to. Now, the one-click collection title banner, I think it's going to be polarising for some people. I'll leave you to decide whether or not you're okay with that. You're not okay with that. I can imagine some people being really not okay with it. I'm in the UK, I'm fairly neutral. I can just see how, yeah, it might upset a few, possibly. Hey, listen. It's open free world. You can put whatever you like, wherever you like, as long as it's legal. Anyway, right, so and sharing an image is legal, as long as it's like not obscene, I guess. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, down to ground level, and we have a little bridge over water. See, the thing is, they have made the map small so they can concentrate on the details. This is the thing, and I think as much of that is actually the details of the city that they start building on this one. Right, as well as some of the details within the map, and some of the details within the map are very nice indeed. And I've got for as many things that I've got a grumble or two to say, and remember it's the first map that I'm expecting to find things to grumble about. It's as many things I find to grumble about, I find things to go, ooh, that's nice. So it's a kind of a balance today. It's kind of a balance. In terms of the grumbles, there's nothing big. Don't go expecting big swathes of blue mantle today. You will not see any. It's just the minor stuff and maybe some interesting choices and so forth. But hey, it's all about a learning curve for all of us. We are all improving all the time, looking at other people's work, taking ideas from them, learning from their mistakes and learning from our own mistakes as well. And believe me, I have made more than a few. Okay, so yeah, a really nice red map here. Is that just I can't even remember. I remember Skagun being a great map, but I don't remember that much about it. This map can't contain much of Skagun, really, can it? Is it Skagun or Scargun anyway? Yeah, Rafa. I miss Rafa. Rafa's work and Rafa's themes, maps and themes were just sublime, absolutely sublime. And I want them back. Come back. And Owl. I want Owl back as well. Oh, the two of those two. Oh, they were true leaders. True leaders of the creative community at the time. In terms of, I don't know about personalities, but I didn't know them personally. But in terms of the creativity they put forward was absolutely spellbinding. You may notice I'm not talking too much about this because you can see for your own standard, the standards involved. Intersection marking tool. To avoid the chevron problems, we've gone with the hatching, which is okay. Yeah. I probably would have gone bold rather than anything, just block it out completely. But hey, it's personal choice. I'm not marking anybody down on that. And also we have got decent lane mathematics going on there as well, with what I would say is the right lane being hatched out rather than all of the lanes being hatched out. So this is cool. I like it. Yeah, we've got a lot of the Ronix effect here as well with the Ronix map theme, the Ronix LUT. I think probably some of these rocks as well were Ronix. Oh, hang on, that might cause a derailment later. We'll have to be a bit careful because we're going to come back along that rail line in a minute, and yeah, must remember to off the track before we hit that, because the show will come to a premature end, which I'm sure will please some of you. Indeed. Right, so anyway, yeah, all good. Slick standards with the network laying. I've got not too much to complain about with the roads. We've even got one or two that go up into the hills. Obviously they're not the longest roads because we're only a quarter of a map, but the interior layout of the highways is as good as what you're seeing there, so I think credit for that. We can't check out all of them, obviously, even on a smaller map. The rail, this little bridge, do you know what? I like this. It looks like it's probably needs support in the middle, but I'm okay with it. I think that is about as big an unsupported rail bridge as you could get away with before the question marks are, would that support its own weight? And I think that would. So again, and of course the weight of a train running across it. It looks about right to me. The aesthetics on the map are striking. This is why we're here today. I wouldn't, if I knew the map was a quarter of a map before starting, I probably wouldn't have reviewed it. And then, of course, you have all the screenshots and you go, ooh, that looks, if nothing else, it looks different from what we normally do. And let's have a look at something a bit different, like this tunnel here, which isn't a tunnel, it's detailing. We have got these supports holding up the sandstone above us, and even underneath, quite often underneath when you do these, there's a little glitch. Oh, is that glitching? I was, it's a prop, wasn't it there? Take that back. Yeah, okay. Quite often when you do this, you'll see glitching along the sides, and we've got zero glitching. So if you want to take a first-person train ride, it will still look amazing, which is good news. Now, if I remember rightly, as we come out of here, we approach that bridge. So I think we need to jump up off of the train tracks. There you go. There's your bridge. At that point, yeah, that's just using Move It to drop that down a couple of page downs, and you're good. We have got a couple of areas where the rail lines do this, and I don't have an immediate solution. I think probably using the Railway 2 mod is probably the quickest and easiest way to get around that one, because that does have extra detailing effects in, and it's just yeah, again, a little bit of I think that would be how I resolve that. Having said that, look at the layout. This is the center of the map, by the way, where we're going to be building our city in this kind of area, and I'm loving the rail layout there. So yes, if you're looking to do like an Arizona cross Australian build, again, same sort of glitching going on there, this map's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'll second half of the show, I'll pull back and show you sort of shape I would like the map to be, which would make the map, well, it would elevate the map at least a full division in terms of playability for me. Yeah, we have a slight incline on the rail here. I think we could say that Creator kind of gets away with it. You can see the incline, but it's kind of masked as well by the way the angle it goes up the hill. The way the hill follows the angle as well. You have to pull back and have a look at that. I haven't got time to do it now. And also it's masked by the trees as well. It It's too steep for realism. Slightly encroaching trees there. Also a tree growing through a rock. Oh, and a great little viewing platform here. I think the reason why they haven't connected that to the highway so you can actually access it is the views from on top of it. Now let me see if I can get the camera down on top of it. This is real tricky work here, guys. Bear with me. So yeah, no real view from that angle, and if I can get the camera down again, there's no real view from this angle either. So yeah, that's probably why they haven't spent money on connecting it into the road. Anyway, the rail then follows across that rock bridge, which is quite fun. Quite fun. I mean, if it's National Park, you probably get fined millions for doing it. But hey, listen, it's creative. Be creative in your city builds. This is what we want. And then the rail then heads up. And you think it's going to go right up, follow the river right to the top. But it doesn't. It then heads into a tunnel. And the tunnel heads out over here somewhere. We'll find it. And it emerges. There you go. Right there. Which I find a little bit baffling. I thought it was going to go all the way up to the top of the map. But it actually ends up roughly where we started. And I think that is an interesting choice. If you're going to follow up and in the land, let me show you by the cursor. It goes up this sort of route, and then it cuts through that way, and then emerges. I would have just followed the coast, I think. And I think that'd be the sensible route. But anyway, that's just my shout. We'll take the intermission. We'll come back right after this short message.
Very few maps achieve the coveted all-star status. 5 stars for aesthetic, detail, and gameplay potential. To see them all in the all-star playlist, click the button now.
And so back to Paracelso by urarakiroshi. Yeah, fun. We've got a nice shipping triangle there, and a nice shipping triangle here, although I'm going to question this route. Do we need it? And if we do need it, I think we probably need a shipping triangle here as well, because if you were to put your harbour, say, there, let me pop one down, boom, then the ships coming out of the harbour, going off to the side of the map, would have to go down and do the sharp turn that way. It would only affect harbours in a certain location or two, but it's always a minor issue, possibly. Water flow, there's not really much going on with the river, but out in the sea, edge of map water flow is providing moving water down past the start square, so that will be good for any sort of build as well. Right, okay, so it's a quarter of a map. I would like to have seen that land extend out into the middle of the map somewhere, that sort of size. Just, I mean, obviously, maybe have a little bit less detailing up in the mountains if keeping the prop count down is the thing. I think just for playability, just extending the land out a little bit. We've got some really interesting rock work. Whether it's realism or not, I wouldn't like to say, because this is alien environment to me. But I think it's certainly eye-catching, and it would certainly encourage me to play it. It would certainly encourage me. And even little detailing feature areas like this. Okay, it's just an aesthetic thing. You're going to be building around it, not on it. But I like this. We're using the fake waterfall props going on there as well. And the animated UV mod, I think it is. Rocking and holding. Rocking and holding. But yeah, I would play the map because of the rock detailing that we've got on this map. I would play it if it was extending just a little bit more, give a little bit more space. Like the way that the river has followed the curve of this prop here. And then the rock detailing up here as well is also fun, leading to another one of those animated waterfall assets. And again, I would say this is some very nice work. There are areas with very nice detail work on it. There are areas. And it's not just the nice detailing with the rocks and the water flow. There's more to talk about. We do have a bit of a problem, speaking of water flow though, with this river. This is the main river. And as it heads out here, you can see we've got a little bit of a glitchy bit at the top there. And also, perfect timing. I didn't realise this was going to be dry when I pulled back the camera. But if we speed the camera up, you'll see that this is definitely stop-start water flow. And so, yeah, it's just needs a little bit more help, this river. Possibly just tightening up at the top would be part of it, where we saw it a little bit glitchy at the start. Possibly. I think maybe a second spawn point is a bit further down also. Those pillars probably wouldn't be in the river. They'd be on either side. So just next level detailing there. But this is next level detailing. Look at the tree painting here. Keeping the tree count to a minimum as well. I like the way that we have the density around the oasis and then it just tapers out and it's done very subtly. I think that is very good work. Same with the rivers. Same with the rivers. It's very subtle. I would have gone to extra efforts along here. I don't think it was even needed. I think that is more than adequate to provide a really good aesthetic thing. Now, this roundabout could do with a second lane. We have got stop-start traffic going on it. And with the second lane using Traffic Manager, you'll be able to keep the traffic flowing through there really smoothly. Of course, it's a bit tight for space. We do have some rocks glitching through the bridge there, though. Okay, what more have we got? We have got, the Essential Lighthouse. Isn't she lovely? I'm liking the way it's been worked into the rock there. Also, I'm liking the bridge to the mainland. Still got a bit of a climb to get down onto the bridge to the mainland. But I quite like that one. And, of course, the ship there, which is the home to the fish. Getting lost, where were we? Here we go. One more bit of rock in and hole in waterfall detailing. Too good not to take a look at a second one. We don't see many of these. Let's soak them up. And I quite like this. Quite often when you see this, it doesn't work. But that one really does work within the environment and the map as a whole, which is good. And this is how you do the perfect spawn point. Make a lake which is just big enough to disguise the fact that it's not really big enough to provide enough water to go down the river. See, that's good structuring, that is. Really, that lake needs to be like 6 times bigger minimum. And yet there's not room for that. So I'm good with the work that's been done. I'm also really good with this one. The asset of the day, back in the start square. It's the Nuestra, Señora de Loreto by Watermelon. It's a church. I think it works really well on this map as well. I never plan these things. I just randomly go with the next thing. And this one, it's like that Catholic influence. And this really does feel like we are in Central America, Mexico, possibly. I know it's Arizona, Australia, but hey, what the heck. Factoids, because factoids. Paracelso today, so Paracelsus, born Theopratus von Hohenheim, full name Philippus Aurelius Theopratus Bombastus von Hohenheim, was a Swiss physician, alchemist, lay theologian and philosopher of the German Renaissance. He was a pioneer in several aspects of the medical revolution of the Renaissance, emphasizing the value of observation in combination with received wisdom. He is credited as the father of toxicology. Born in 1493, died in 1541. That's Paracelsus. Paracelso, Paracelsus, Paracetamol. Nuestra, Señora de Loreto by Watermelon. Oh, my English tongue is absolutely throbbing. I do my best for you guys, though. Oh, it doesn't help when you've got to create a name like that as well. Goodness me. Anyway, we are heading back down to Start Square. What do you think of it? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. So, what do I think of today's map? Well, remember, it's a first map, and I think they've done quite well. And considering their aim was to produce a small map that was good for detailing, I think they've succeeded. However, that's not exactly how I'm going to rate the map. Although aesthetically, I think what we're seeing is worth 4 stars. In fact, I think it's well worth middle 4 stars. It's different, it's eye-catching, it's memorable. It could just do with some more land. But hey, listen, that's not part of the aesthetics, is it? Unless the extra land looks really good, eh? Detailing. We've got some really good 4-star areas. We've got nothing really holding the map back. But I can't go to middle 4 because we just need more. We need more land with some more detailing on it. So lowish 4. It's hampered by its size. Gameplay potential. For what it is, it works perfectly fine. I'm sure the creator is really happy with it and many other people will be too. But For me, it just needs more playability land, so I'm going to go for a medium high to high 3 stars for gameplay. Paracelso by urarakiroshi. I got there in the end. Yay! I'm so glad I wasn't put off. Had I known that was a quarter map, I probably wouldn't have reviewed it. I would have given time to a map which actually had more playability on it. But I'm glad we did. I'm genuinely glad we did. And it was a really good drive through today. Anyway, if you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day in the comments. Score yourself some population points just for fun. I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. And it might have a bit more space than today's map. Or it might not. You'll have to wait and see. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.